And what do you mean by a difficult conversation? I can imagine things, but I'd rather understand from you. What do you mean by difficult
So
conversations?
I'd say a difficult conversation for me is anything that makes you feel a bit butterflies in the stomach sort of thing. So I've had difficult conversations at home with my kids about internet usage. I've got a son; he's 16 now. So you can imagine, right? That is a conversation I didn't want to have. He didn't want to have, but
Hmm.
we had it, right? We
Hmm.
had it,
Hmm.
and I set it up in such a way. I've had plenty of difficult conversations at work. So conversations that I've had about me and that I've had with other people about them. And each time it's one of those sort of pit of the stomach feelings that you get, oh, I don't want to do this. I wish it was done. I wish someone
Hmm.
else had
Hmm.
done this for me. I didn't have to deal with this, whatever this is. And it might be that you don't want to pay a builder for some work because they haven't finished the work properly. It's awkward. And that's what I would consider to be a difficult conversation. Is anything that gives you a bit of the heebie-jeebies about doing it, that's where it kind of sit for me.
Right.
Most of our lives are filled with like fun stuff. Well, mine is like fun and uninteresting and
Yeah.
benign conversation, but some of it has to happen. So it could be about anything, finances or behaviors or whatever.
So I think often in the workplace, particularly if you're managing people, you often become aware of a situation or some behavior or something or some performance issues or something where you know you need to go and have that conversation. Like I say, some people just dive into it headfirst and they're really comfortable. Others are kind of cautious and a bit anxious and, as you've described, would rather put it off somehow. But
Mm.
if you dive in and get it done, it's better. Why do people feel so anxious about
So
heading into something?
I think it's the natural avoidance of conflict. Um, whether let's take it to an extreme situation. If you're in like a situation where you could end up getting physically hurt by something.
Hmm.
It
Hmm.
could be a Saturday night, right, out in town, wherever. You'll avoid it, right, because you don't want that to happen. And I think it's the fact that it could emotionally damage a relationship, and by having a conversation, because people will take it personally.
Hmm.
You know, you, Jeremy, haven't managed to do this, this, and this on time. Why? And there might be a perfectly good reason. Well, I've been ill. I've been off. I
Hmm.
didn't know,
Hmm.
right? So one thing I have learned about, right, rather than just diving straight into the difficult conversation, you have to understand the facts beforehand and have a balanced view. Now, sometimes, I mean, it's happened to me here at work. I've been blindsided by somebody, and she said to me, "I need to have a chat with you." I said, "Fine, no problem." So went now, okay, dokie. I put my things down and we went for a walk. We went out and around we're based in Victoria here, out and around past Buckingham Palace into sort of the parks. And she unloaded on me about some problems she was having with a project and some interpersonal challenges that were going on. And it raised something up, right? It raised something and it took a lot of courage for her to come and approach me and say, look, I need your help.
Right.
Equally, right, it took the time for me to say, no problem. My EQ radar was smart enough to realize that this is not something that could just, have you got time at 11 o'clock? Can we reschedule
Yeah.
it next
Yeah.
week?
Yeah.
And then, yeah, sure enough, in that particular scenario, that escalated a situation, which became an HR issue, which led to all manner of awkward conversations. And that had to be done and had to be tracked and had to be sort of noted. That was no fun at all, right? Not for
Mm.
anybody.
Hmm.
But it had to be done, and it helps to make the workplace a better sort of environment. Um, that could have easily been one that was brushed under the carpet and left alone and would have festered and would have boiled and would have got nasty and could have really, spat something bad out. But fortunately, this lady was, had the confidence in me to come up to me and say, look, hey, Tom, I need some time. We had some time together. I could then find out some more facts around the situation before then going into, like, right, to the other person, right, we need to have what's going to be an awkward conversation.
Yep.
And I think
Yep.
I even framed it like that, saying, you're not going to enjoy this. I'm not
Hmm. Hmm.
enjoying it, but it needs to happen. Um, so I think, again, it's it's being balanced around it, being fair about it, being human about it as well, and understanding you are dealing with people's emotions, whether it's to do with performance or behavior, whatever. It's an emotional thing. Um, but if you just go barreling in with one side of a conversation, you're probably going to
Yeah.
miss the reality of what's going on, because everyone has their own point of view.
Yeah.
It's
And
it's